Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, I asked for a second chance. Got an email here from a viewer. He says, hey Corey, I've been watching your videos and I was hoping for some advice on my girlfriend of 2 years who broke it off with me 15 days ago because she felt like I didn't care about her enough and that she wasn't my first priority. I can see where she's coming from, and we have talked once in those days, and I just asked for a second chance, telling her I can change and that I want her back. Well, that sounds like a line from like 10,000 different movies and TV shows I've seen in my life. He says, and she said there's nothing to fix and I'm not getting a second chance. Well, that's when you just say, hey, well, I love you and I adore you and I want to work on a relationship, but you're unilaterally leaving things and you don't want to work on things, so give me a call if you change your mind, you want to work things out. It takes two in a relationship, dude. And when a girl unilaterally changes the terms of your relationship and says, I'm out here, then you got to let them go. You got to let them walk and never fucking look back, because it takes two. You can't be the only one willing to work on your relationship. And in this particular case, she wanted to end things. She doesn't want to work on it. And the real reason is that you've turned her off and caused her to lose romantic attraction and interest in you to the point where she doesn't want to date you and she doesn't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. So to her, it's simply a matter of how she feels about you, and she obviously ain't feeling it because you were not doing the things that you needed to be doing to cause her to stay in love with you and to stay wanting to be your girlfriend. He says, but we are catching up in 8 days, and I'm just wondering how I should approach it because she might have feelings for me and I don't know what to say or talk about when I see her. Simple. Number one, you need to read my book. That'll help you really figure out where the hell you went wrong in the past and what you did to turn her off. And the second thing that you need to focus on is when you get together, forget about getting back together, forget about being her boyfriend, forgetting about her being your girlfriend. Forget about all that stuff. It's not important. You're not allowed to bring it up. Only the woman's allowed to bring those conversations up. It's off limits. And so the only thing you need to focus on as a man is to hang out, to have fun, and to hook up. And so if you're getting together in 8 days, make sure you do something where you can hang out together and have fun when you're doing it. No serious subjects. If she talks about getting back together or working things out, you just say, what do you mean? Tell me more, honey. Let her do all the talking about those kinds of things. And if she says, oh, I don't want to get back together, you're like, hey, that's fine. You know, let's just hang out and have fun together and see where it goes. You date who you want, I'll date who I want, and we'll just see what happens. You got to love the other person in such a way that they feel free, and by doing this, it will give her the space to feel free. Because in her mind, she thinks it'd be better off to go and meet somebody new, that she'll feel those feelings that she once used to feel for you. But by you letting her go and go off and roam the neighborhood, so to speak, and not calling her, not contacting her, not reaching out to her in any way, shape, or form, after a couple of weeks and she hasn't heard from you and she knows that you're dating other people because you told her that you're going to date other people, and she hasn't heard from you, then she's going to start, because you were like, hey, let's work it out, and now you're like, you're not moving forward at all. Then she's going to start to wonder, gee, did they already find somebody new? Because you got to remember, she's going to encounter the 97% of the guys out there that don't get this stuff. And so it's simply a matter of time, a matter of weeks usually, before she interacts with enough guys and she realizes, wow, that dude that I dumped, he really wasn't so bad. And you know what? I haven't heard from him. I wonder if it's too late to get him back. I wonder if it's too late to work anything out. That's typically what's going to go through her mind. But when you get together, you're hanging out and you're having fun, make a move on the girl. Kiss her, make out, seduce her just like you always used to do when she was still your girlfriend. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. That's the whole seduction process in a nutshell. That's all you got to focus on. Notice I didn't say anything about boyfriend, girlfriend, or being exclusive, or having serious conversations about getting back together. There's nothing to do with any of that in hanging out, having fun, and hooking up. Keep it funny, keep it light. Don't get all serious. If she wants to talk about serious subject, let her talk. Go, what do you mean? Tell me more. And if she's like, oh, I don't want to get back together, I don't think it's going to work out, you're like, hey, that's fine with me. Let's just have fun and enjoy each other and see what happens. Date whoever you want. I'm going to date whoever I want. And maybe someday we end up back together. Maybe you fall in love with somebody else. Maybe I fall in love with somebody else. But the bottom line is, let's just hang out and have fun. Don't complicate things. Let's not worry about the past. The past does not equal the future. Say things like that to her, and just keep it focused on the two of you having fun. And then when she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad we talked," and you say, "Well, I think you need to come over here. Why are you sitting so far away? I think you should bring those beautiful lips over here and kiss me passionately right now." And as you guys are making out and having a good time fooling around in the booth or the bowling alley or the bar or at the pool table or wherever the heck it is you guys are, or at the art show or whatever you're doing to have fun together, and you just say, "Hey, why don't we get out of here and go grab a bottle of wine and go back to my place?" You know, you've been through that a number of times, I would imagine, in your relationship, and she's having fun, it's engaging her emotions, and so she's feeling good, and you want to make sure that whenever she's around you, she feels good. And if every time she calls you, she reaches out to you, she hangs out with you, she always feels good, that engages her emotions in a positive way, as opposed to the negative way they're being engaged with all these other dudes that she's meeting and interacting with that are acting needy and clingy. You will allow her to slowly come back to you and hang out, have fun, and hook up. Do that every time. And don't call her, don't contact her. When she reaches out to you, make definite plans and then get the fuck off the phone. The phone is for setting appointments and setting dates, not for chatting or chit-chatting or listening to her. If she wants to talk, just say, "Why don't we talk about it over dinner? When are you free to get together?" And she said, "Well, I just want to talk about, like, I'm really jammed up and I gotta leave in a few minutes. I got shit I gotta take care of, but I definitely would want to hear what you got to say. When are you free to get together?" And she says, "Well, I'm not really sure. My schedule, blah, blah, blah." Well, great. When you figure it out, give me a call. I gotta run. I'll talk to you later, sweetheart. And then get off the phone. Make a date and get off the phone. And if she's unwilling to make the date, withdraw the offer and get off the phone and tell her to call you when she figures out her schedule. That will allow her to start chasing and pursuing you, and since she's the only one that will be initiating contact at that point, and when she does, you simply arrange the next opportunity to get together for sex, basically. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. That's all you got to do to gently lead her back into coming back to you at her own pace. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several weeks to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, there's a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read my book on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, or my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website. And on the will be a toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.